the last 5 years, we've had different Western Conference champions, different number one seeds as well. So parity is huge right now in the NBA. And that's what, the NBA has kind of been looking for. You still want your big market teams. But, the next kind of survey I kind of wanted to look at was that GMs looked at Western Conference rankings, and they had OKC number 1, T-Wolves number 2, Nuggets number 3, surprising numbers number 3, and your Western Conference champs from last year, the Mavs, who improved, as number 4. So I found that very interesting because I think the Mavs, with the acquisition of bringing in Klay Thompson, also I think acquired a sleeper as Najee Marshall on the defensive end versatility, and then another year of Derek Lively growing and understanding how to play. Whoa. And then Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington having camp along with Klay Thompson, a full camp with Kyrie and Luka. I think this is a team that people aren't really looking at that could possibly, I think they could leapfrog Denver and push either OKC or the Nuggets for that 1-2-2 slot in the West if they stay healthy. I think they have the components. They're versatile offensively and defensively. They have some depth on the bench. Another year of Kyrie and Luka trying to figure some things out. Again, the growth of Derek Lively. They can go big. They can play small. Klay Thompson, how he fits in that. He's going to get shots, and now the court is going to be spread a little bit more. Now you put that with P.J. Washington on the opposite wing or in the corner with Klay Thompson, and now you have the two bookends with Kyrie and Luka in the middle. It's going to be a tough team to stop. So keep your eye on that from that perspective. Western Conference is funny, man. Western Conference is not as defined to me this year. Yes, OKC is up there. I think Alex Caruso and the acquisition of Hartenstein, it's going to be huge for OKC. Now, the question is, like with any team like that, when you're at the top, how do you handle expectations? Because last year wasn't the fact that OKC was selected to be at the top of the ledger in the West. So you kind of surprised some teams. You were able to slow walk some teams and get up there. Now you're expected, like the T-Wolves, to not only get to the top of the Western Conference, but to possibly win a championship or get to the final. How you deal with that as a young team is going to be very interesting to watch because the expectations right now in OKC is a lot different, where Denver, you got some questions because you kind of let KCP go. Is Peyton Watson ready to take that next step? Christian Braun ready to take that next step? Do they have enough shooting around Joker? So the pressure is not on Denver like it is on OKC, but there is some more pressure on Minnesota because of the acquisition, of Julius Randle and how that's going to work. So it's going to be interesting in the Western Conference to kind of keep my eye or our eyes on how that kind of shakes out and OKC handles the expectation level, which they set for themselves by being a phenomenal team last year. The next step is always sometimes the hardest step to kind of get over the hump. So I'm looking forward to seeing that this year.
Check out new episodes of The Jim Jackson Show every Thursday. Watch on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. Follow the show on Instagram @Jim Jackson Show, or listen wherever you get your podcasts.